Welcome, welcome, welcome to I Espy with my Shamanic Eye. Hmm. No. Thank you. Okay. All right, we're going to see what's going on around you. Thank you so much for hitting the like button as you enter. I will be answering questions if you want to post them in the chat. Donations are priority, that sort of thing. But in the meantime, let's just see what's going on around the collective. For some of you, it appears that there is a person in your orbit, right? And they're putting on a facade as if they are getting in alignment. You know, I'm getting faux woke, okay? This person is an opportunist, is what I'm getting. Um, they like the lifestyle, they like your energy and all of that, but this person is not in alignment. They're really a hater, okay? And there are people in real time what's going on around you. There's energy that is being sent towards your finances by haters. So we rebuke that and may they receive back what it is they put out in real time. Yes, let their works be destroyed. Okay, that's how they want to see you. But for all of their hate, there's nothing but beautiful new beginnings coming in for you. So it's being transmuted. Yeah, in real time. Hold on one second, guys. Okay. Apologies. This is someone who has some weird aggression towards you. It's some promise. I'm going to destroy you. So, same old, same old. I feel like somebody's got one more up their sleeve. Okay. And this could be the worst one yet. All right, what else is happening? Interesting. So there could have been an argument that took place between you and your relatives where you had to put up some sort of boundary. And I feel like they still talking. They still talking. And they still watching. Wow. For some of you, you warned people about being up in your business. You did. Investigating, caution, and outdated. Um, it gives me the energy, but already knowing the tea, it's like you really had to set some people straight. I don't know if you're like what hierarchy in the family dynamic that you're in or something like that, but people I guess were used to invading your space and being a little aggressive and all of that and mm-mm. Oh yeah. So again, that same energy of keeping a promise and protection. Maybe that's what you said. You protecting your peace, protecting your energy. You just keep, you meant that. Like whatever you warned them that this day was coming, I'm getting with caution and outdated. And it has arrived. It has arrived. They are gossiping their butts off, though. I'm gonna tell you that right now. They think you're doing everything but the right thing. Hey, Maggie. Really, they think you're doing everything but the right thing. They really, that's crazy. And all you're doing is holding your ground. That's it. That's you're like, I'm good. I'm good where I'm at. Like, I like where I'm at. I'm comfortable. Right. Look, and they so bad want to find something on you, like that you like you slipping. Oh, it's real. Look, and for those people who have been, harnessing and protecting their sacral sexual energy, you know, they don't believe that either. But I also continue to do this. I'm getting because looks can be deceiving, and so around you with somebody, their health may not be on the up and up, people. So be careful if you're. I mean, always use caution. But if you're dating, you know what I mean. Yeah, somebody's boo has a bug. Be careful, okay? I don't know if you're supposed to meet with this person. This could be a scenario where y'all go to a movie. They're like, hey, you want to get a room? I would be very cautious with that, okay? Because there is something that they're keeping a secret from you, okay? Already knowing the sea. Please, please, please be careful, all right? Not to mention, you are well where you should be, right? And so this person's energy could just be low vibrational. They may not be ill, but I feel like with already knowing the tea, they are a little, whether spiritually sick or physically sick. Look, caught up and promiscuous. That's a low vibrational energy. And I feel like this is somebody you would never, you'd be like, no, not them. No, not them. Yes, them. Unfortunately. Game over, defending yourself from this pervasive sickness. Not to mention whoever this person is, I feel like they have quite a few children. And so they're not being safe in their sexual activities. Okay. So be careful with that. If a man has 5, 6 children, and no disrespect to the children, that means that man doesn't wear protection. He doesn't like condoms. And I'm gonna be real, who likes them? But they offer protection from things you would regret later in life or even later that week or whatever it is, but be careful. Be careful. And for those of you, buy your own prophylactics. Okay. I've said this before on this channel many years ago. Buy your own, stock whatever sizes, get the gold ones, get them all, right? And that way you're prepared. And if you encounter a situation where you're feeling open to the idea of intimacy, right? We're grown on this channel, no children allowed. you are prepared. And if that person puts up any type of muss and or fuss, you already understand what type of person you're working with. Someone who doesn't value their own life and definitely does not value yours. Okay? Be careful because this will put an end to that money hungry energy, right? It's vampiric. It's really what it's giving me. Somebody wants you to violate your vow, whatever vows you've made to yourself, to the divine, they want you to break that. Okay? I know, tired of the drama. Me too, sweethearts. Me too. What else is going on around the collective? Ooh, my nose is itching. Interesting. Okay, so this is giving me the energy of that there is someone around you, collective. I feel like this person has a crush on you. I feel like they're very attracted to you. I feel like this person is into fitness. I'm looking at boxing. I'm looking at running. Um, this person could be a boxer. They could be an avid runner. Um, Maybe you moved away from this person for whatever reason after them expressing that they have some sort of crush. There may be a need to set the record straight. This person may want to set the record straight with you. Right. They might want to know why you ran away from the connection, falling apart. Look, bugaboo, right? I hate nothing about you. Parenting, focus on your children. Maybe this person has too many responsibilities, we'll put it that way, for your liking. It doesn't necessarily align with your own personal trajectories. And you're here, right, in this, because the feminine energy has her dukes up, so you're guarded. Maybe there's something in particular that you want in terms of a relationship. Maybe not necessarily a person, but there's a feeling, a vibration, an energy that is there, and that's what you're attracting to you. Okay, you're not actually looking or open to this fulfilling a fantasy with a crush. Aligning yourself with the universe is here. Look, sex shop, salt or sugar looks can be deceiving. Maybe you misjudge this person, right? Maybe they have turned a corner. I don't know. Um, I personally feel like there are types of relationships that you're just no longer interested in. Look, I see movie date and fake friends. Right. You don't trust this person. I keep seeing private relationship. So crush in their feelings, already knowing the tea. Right. So someone could be coming towards you or they're already around you, and everything in you is like saying stay away from this person. And you know, especially if they have young children. Young children to me mean spouses and parents, co-parenting, and just saying. It's also giving me the energy of love bombing. I don't know if this person was too communicative or something to that effect. It's something with this person's energy that you did not like. Look, in their feels, knowing they messed up. Look, caution. I'm like red flags everywhere. And you were like, I am not copying, repeating any relationships, and so you're much more observant, right? About who's coming towards you, and you might allow things to play out, but in terms of connecting your energy, you're avoiding bad choices at this time. Already knowing the tea, and there's this energy of someone brainstorming, uh you know so be mindful. You know, your hot light is on. For those of you who remember Krispy Kreme donuts and the hot light, yeah. Um, Toxic works. Ugh. So my ancestors don't play about them, and it could get real dark real fast playing with somebody. I don't know who that's for, but ooh, just seeing that. Yeah, see, putting them in their place. Ooh, there's a hater. So somebody ancestors are about to really or in the process or have checking somebody because they just won't leave you alone. And they said we're gonna show them why it was a bad choice. That's a message from the ancestors. What else is going on around the collective? Thank you very much. Watching shit go down, enjoying the gossip. Interesting. That could be what you're doing. Worried about your kids and all of that, watching shit go down. Like it ain't. Look, some somebody else in their Nero era. I also feel like somebody may want to come to you. This could be a parent of yours who wants to like inform you about all the shit going down in the family and all of that. Oh yeah. I feel like for some of you, this is why you stop dealing with people. I saw envy, hater, gossip. Like you don't want to be a part of any of that. Any of that. You don't want to be connected to it, traced to it, or none of that. Look, sick and family time. So there could be a lot of things going on in the family. For those of you who your biggest ops in this world have been your karmic family, there is shit spreading. Like there is like calamity and destruction. And it all traces back to one source. Look, toxic betrayal. Not to mention, there could be some drama about hookups in the family, pregnancy test expecting. Like somebody got somebody knocked up. This could be a sibling or something like that. And you just minding your business, chilling. Right, look, writing your own fairy tale. You're not trying to hear none of this shit. None of it. I'm gonna tell you about the police getting involved, people sad and depressed, and hospitalizations, and ooh, that's sad. I may they all have a speedy recovery, but these are all the people who were trying to harvest and harness your energy, trying to walk in false light that doesn't belong to them. Look, all this shit that people was trying to keep from you, private relationship, and tired of the drama. Ooh, there's some messy shit going on in somebody's family, betrayal. Look, keeping you a secret and hater. Look, things they was trying to keep you out the loop of for whatever reason. Now they want to tell you. You don't care about none of that. And there's somebody in their feelings, a person. Oh wait, I just saw it anyway. But you don't care. It's old news to you. Like you might enjoy the gossip, right? And I'm seeing keeping a promise. So this is a married couple. And somebody want to tell you all the crazy shit going on in their marriage right now. Probably some shit that you saw, probably some shit you counseled, predicted, something like that. You don't care. You don't care. Look, private relationship and nail salon and I'm telling you, look, you don't want to hear it. You tried to warn somebody that they couldn't be trusted, and they attacked you for it, thinking, oh, you trying to destroy whatever. No, 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 no. See, somebody has a habit of copying the same behavior. Look, falling apart and hater, envy, see, and they feel somebody thought you was hating. Somebody thought you were envious. God help them, and that's a sick mindset. All you was trying to do was, set the record straight. Like, listen, you don't know this person. They gonna keep a lot of shit from you. Look, putting on a show. I feel like that's also what's been going on. And then look, whole time you was like, I don't hate nothing about you. And like maybe you was on some girl code shit, but fighting for what you love. Love is a battlefield. Now look, now you pull back and you just eating your popcorn, minding your business. Right, born to shine. And look, these are the same people who was coming at you. Coming at you. Look, all because why? You have a discerning eye with investigating. You made these people insecure. The marriage was never secure. The marriage is over. Look, boom. Meeting someone at the gym, doing more than working out, working long hours. So somebody could be a workaholic, little family time. This is the shit going on in your family. You don't care. You tried to warn somebody about how well they was like, oh no, I love them. You was like, I don't know, this person's sick, poison. We was all fruit of the same rotten tree, and da 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 da. You started to set somebody, and they said no, they was gonna ride it out because what, the sex was good. That's on you. Look, oop, then look. Couldn't wait to have a baby and all that shit. Thought it was sweet. Now look at you. Look at you. Broken hearted. Ready to kick somebody to the curb. Look. Now you mad. Yeah. Bet you are mad. Look. You cool. You like, don't tell me. Yo, can I be honest with y'all? That storyline sound real familiar. Not me personally, but people I know. Boy. That shit sound real familiar. Look. So be careful. Work on your immune system. Get plenty of rest, hydrated. Eat good and all that stuff, because there are things circulating atmospherically. Yo, I keep seeing this. Somebody's going to get really upset because you want them to wear protection. I'm telling you, get out of there. I think you should have a conversation before you even get intimate. I'm telling you now. You need to ask questions over a dinner in a very public space, especially while y'all in this crushing phase. Because this person do a lot behind the scenes. I feel like they be spreading the load. What is it? Yeah, look. Not to mention somebody got some habits and was sick, and that makes me feel like heroin could be at play. Please be careful. You need to keep where you are a secret. You understand? Like, don't bring people to your home. None of that. Where you work. None of that. Keep your schedule. All that to yourself. Keep it all. I'm telling you now. Because look, it's gonna end really quickly, and you don't need no crazy people on your tail, because somebody got some weird. I really look. Either they got some weird sexual proclivities, fetishes, or they really on some dark hanky panky shit, meaning spiritual work. See? Ugh. Ugh. Oh, soul sucking energy. Nasty. Alright, so I keep seeing it. What's this family time inventing information? I keep seeing. Look, Ten of Pentacles, Ace of Swords. So you stop paying somebody, stop giving them money, stop taking care of them, stop sharing your wealth, your prosperity. That's just all this shit's about. Ain't that sad? I will say, however you used to contribute, it is missed. But look at this shit. Look, there's the Knight of Wands. There's the Devil. Look, there's the Emperor, Three of Wands, Four of Wands. They are really used to having some sort of power and domination, control over you. They thought this would have faded out by now. this wall you put up. But no, no. The wheel has spun. You see things correctly. You've done your job of clearing karma for your line, is what I'm getting. They didn't want you for you, only for what you could provide, for what you could do. And now that you're not assisting them financially, these are the same people wishing financial impoverishment onto you. But you've completed that cycle at being at the bottom of the wheel. They only worried about your money. What you doing? Look at this shit. These people have tried to stop you on so many occasions from getting to your, we'll say, your destiny, so to speak. They have challenged you every step of the way. There's a whole group of people. And to be quite, I feel like some of this shit is illegal. Like, I really do. Not to mention, if you've aired your family out in any public setting, they mad. They are mad. You've caused them great stress and worry. You're healing. You're speaking and trying to turn a negative into a positive has injured their poor fucking egos. How dare you expose their treachery? Yeah. Look, this group effort. They all belong to some weird cult, whether you know it or they've been lying. But actions speak louder than words, is what I'm getting here. Yeah. And now that you've stepped into some sort of high priestess energy, they really regret it, because now your intuition, look, now your intuition's lit. There's that regret, and all this shit is being exposed. Not to mention, it's all, patterns and cycles are being broken. Look at the hand of God all over this. Ace of Wands, Ace of Pentacles. Right. It's all about giving and receiving. They can't take from you. They can't steal from you. And you know about this shit, by the way. Yeah. Yep. It's all good. This is part of why there's a married couple in your family, or there are multiple married couples in your family that are going through some shit. Because, boy, that karma ain't nothing to play with. How the look, you see it, right? You see it, right? How are you going to try to manifest some really dark, negative stuff on a member of your family so you can feel good about your life as long as they're not doing well? Something weird like that, using this weird dark energy. Why? Because it is karmically owed to you to have an Ace of Cups, to have divine love. It's coming in fast and they know it. That's why I said, don't be surprised if you see all this sickness and weird shit going on in your family. You knew this day was going to come, and you knew the wages of sin, especially against who I'm talking to, would be death. And I'm not even joking. Four of Swords, Strength, King of Pentacles, Hangman, Sun, and there's Judgment. See what I mean? You were going against the person who was ordained by y'all's ancestors to come in and right these wrongs. But you decided to be tools for the workers of inequity. Okay. Right. I told y'all, it's eye for an eye energy. Two of Cups, death. I told you, the wages of sin is death. That's just what this is. Because that's what they were manifesting for you. The ending and destruction, and all of it. All of it. Yeah. Every bit has to go back to its originators. Nine of Swords, Ten of Cups. They are shitting bricks. Yeah, what worked in a different lifetime, what worked in a different timeline does not work in the current ones. What? It probably is lunchtime for you, huh? Okay. Give me a couple minutes, Papa. They were laughing before, but they crying now. Look. And it's very spiritual. This is why the ancestors have gotten involved, because your hands are clean. You've not sought retribution, retaliation, or even like praying on their demise. I'm getting you've prayed on justice. You've prayed on righteousness, on fairness, on, divine retribution. But also, I'm getting the energy of penance. Look, for some people, it's really bad. It's going to be a very painful ending. Like every thought they conjured up, that's 18 swords. So, I mean, for some of y'all, not even being funny, like, you know how in the US, like you're legal at 18. And so maybe you left at 18. Maybe you freed yourself at that time. But maybe you went through 18 injustices, 18 indignities, 18 painful backstabbings and betrayals that you didn't speak on. I mean, what I'm looking at, you could have felt like a victim, but that's not what you did. Like I said, you turned a negative into a positive, and they hate you for it, quietly, secretly, because they're not built like that. It scares them that you can keep getting up day after day, that you can keep being this loving, kind, compassionate soul, that you can still see clearly, that you still speak truth, that you're not wicked, that you're still out here gallivanting in the world, spreading love, light, and positivity, being a fucking ray of sunshine. That's why you were sent. Judgment, Six of Swords. That's why you had to do what you had to do. That's why your soul contracts look the way they do. It's deep, y'all. It's deep. Like, that was the job. That was the mission, to come in and transmute all this bullshit. Eight of Pentacles, Page of Cups, Magician. That's the job. And so they could try all they want. It's not going to do anything. Because you willingly accepted the assignment. What, Papa? He's like, I want to play. Look, and there's strength. You were created for this. Look at you. King of Cups energy. Love it. Look at that. You are the leader. You are a natural born leader. Ordained. Look at this shit. Because nobody else could have taken these hits, let alone by themselves. You've transitioned, if you will, from the energy of the Queen of Cups to the King of Cups. There's too much air out here. Like, you're clear thinking, you're logical. And the fact of the matter is, thinking your feelings in this scenario is very helpful. All right, let's get out of this. Thank you for the explanation, Holy Spirit. I appreciate you. What else is going on and around the collective? Why did I started hearing why you gotta make things so complicated the moment I saw insecure. Now we got tantric, we've got busy, we've got under spiritual attack, and keeping you a secret. So there is something here that is trying to latch on to your energy. It is a form of spiritual attack. It is something that is being used to suppress your rise, because whatever you do makes someone feel, see the pink, insecure. And it's very innocent, it's very pure, whatever it is that you're doing, but there is an energy, an entity that is latching or attempting to latch on. It's a bad choice. Look, but they're insatiable. This thing, or things, seek conflict. because you cause dis-ease in them. Look, King of Wands, Hierophant. It's an organization. It's a hidden hand. The powers that be on earth, because you challenge certain institutions. They want to be the authority where people go and seek wisdom. For some of you, this is the church. You carry the spirit of the Holy Spirit within. It exudes from you. You're a visionary, big picture, there to help society at large overcome these spiritual challenges. But the church feeds off of carnality. That's how they make their money, off of making you feel ashamed, embarrassed, guilt. Wow. Hold on. That's funny. No, that's the correct word. It's funny. My last pet was a Southern Belle. This one here is he a little different. He's differently different, but he's sweet. Oh yeah. See, look. Here's the Wheel of Fortune, and here's Justice. This is who you represent. Knight of Cups, right? These people, these institutions, organizations, churches, religions, again, we're talking about how they make their money. They feed energetically off of their congregation, period, point blank, right? There's a devil, there's the King of Pentacles, right? There is the High Priestess. They know exactly what the fuck they doing. They're taking all that good energy that people bring in there that could be worked out through their own understanding of their spiritual journeys. By the way, look, 10 of Pentacles, 3 of Pentacles. So they have come together to challenge anyone who is like tallest nail gets hammered first. Right. So all spiritual leaders are being attacked right now. And I mean authentic ones. Because you're not a part of the program. You're not with the get down. Right. Because you enforce and reject greed and the responsibility and the mantle of keeping money circulating and taking care of the community. All of these things. Not give a man a fish type energy, but providing resources for the betterment of all. Teaching the way forward, the way out, instead of being confined to pretty much a prison cell where they drain you of your power. So you have been actively being accosted. But you know the rule. You already know that. You know if you followed in the footsteps. If you picked up your cross, if you did it, you knew it came with the territory. Maybe not to this degree, but they are actively scared of your rise. They're actively afraid of your recognition, of you becoming famous, because you are a natural born leader. You are a way shower. Judgment. But it's already written. It's gotta happen. It's gotta happen. It's part of your calling. And so if all those institutions have to fall first, so be it. And you see that happening on a global scale. You see it happening. So spiritual leaders have and will continue to be under attack. So prayer, armor. But here's the thing. This Lover's card keeps sticking out. I put it back in, it's sticking out. I'm hearing teamwork makes the dream work. They don't want that. They don't want that. They don't want unity, togetherness, camaraderie, none of that. They don't want people working together. They don't want real balance. But it doesn't matter. They're going to get it anyway. And they will all have the day of judgment they deserve. Right. The funny part is with cause and effect showing up like that, they're the cause of their own undoing. Our job is to keep exposing, keep calling it out. They don't want to see unity and peace and loyalty and camaraderie. They don't. It doesn't work for their agendas. They can keep people at each other's throat using the darker side of duality, right? It's a thing that exists in nature. But the great distortion of all things good and godly is even this. If we were created for each other, then what's the problem with each other? Do you understand? There's no the sexes. There's no gender issue. It's just respect and appreciation. Because regardless of science, none of us would be here without some good old-fashioned lovemaking. It's a necessity. They're not to be isolated and or separated. They are part of the whole. Togetherness. Every time they try to cause division, look for unity. Every time they try to point out a difference, look for similarity. Look for purpose. Okay. Let's see what else is going on around the collective. Oh. There could be a bust coming. Somebody could see somebody on camera doing something because it looks like somebody's like the way they're watching the television. But I also feel like somebody could be viewing you or trying to spy on what it is that you're doing through their cameras, through their devices, because they are a hater trying to look for any way in which to get you caught up. They might want to break some sort of contract. So be on the lookout for weird behavior, right? Because somebody think you're a little too spoiled, a little too comfortable. You just got haters. Ew. Yeah, see? Nine of Cups. You're just a little too comfortable. That's crazy. This is what somebody wants to manifest, by the way. So be a good strength, you know? Be mindful. I don't know what you're doing. I'm not here to judge you. I'm just telling you. But look, it's the evil empire. Look, Hierophant and the devil. Somebody is a devil worshiping asshole. They belong to some sort of bullshit. And again, they just looking for some sort of way of causing strife and hostility in your life. Choose peace because somebody is so jealous. They are so fucking jealous. There's somebody who's gonna try to be a fake friend, but they're definitely watching. They're definitely watching. Look, hermit. See what I mean? Like actively investigating. I don't know if this person's already tried to challenge you in some way and it didn't go the way they thought it. Like you're on the up and up is what I'm getting. But this is going on around you, so be careful. Somebody real patient though. Maybe that's what you have to be, but they are a hater. Look. Because look, I'm telling you. And this person, they really do dabble in spell work. There's somebody who'll run across and throw some shit and, you know, just weirdo behavior. They live around you in your building, on your block, something like that. Look, you got born to shine. I know. I know. I know. Somebody like yawn. They just, this is a, I get it. That's where you at. That's where you want to be energetically. And you are just tired of the drama. I totally get it. I totally get it. You like, why won't they mind their business? Because they're haters. And they've got nothing else to do but try to challenge you. And some of these people, it's like because they're struggling and juggling multiple priorities, they want you to be too. Crabs in a barrel. But look, Ace of Cups, Queen of Cups, just stay focused on what you're focused on. I feel like if anybody's trying to get you in trouble anywhere, that's going to be rejected. Ace of Swords. Oh, the universe got a beautiful plan up their sleeve. Don't even worry about it. I'm not even going to tell you about it because I don't want people to throw any more haymakers at you. But if you're interested in finding out more about the beautiful blessings the universe has in store, by all means, reach out for a personal. And they wonder, look, somebody is so like to themselves and reserved right now. This is the reason why. I get it. Because there's so much animosity being projected and directed at the collective for no real reason. And I mean that, no real reason, that it's not worth the bullshit. I get why Tired of the Drama came out like that. Like, this type time you on. You're really tired of people lying to you, trying to backstab you, trying to be a traitor, you know what I mean? Having these people you can't trust. Look, tired of the drama. I get it. I fucking get it, babe. People looking at you like you some sort of lick, brainstorming. And all you're out here doing is helping come up with solutions, problem solving, figuring shit out. Whatever demonic contract they are trying to avoid, it's such a terrible idea. Like, somebody want to see you sad. They want to see you depressed. They want to see you falling apart. They want to see you in a messy fucking relationship. That's terrible. And look, all because of this. Because you're like focused on you and your connection to the divine. So they keep spiritually attacking you because you're minding your business and keeping your business to yourself. And this makes these people feel fucking insecure. They repel financial abundance because they're haters. You attract what you are. And so if you're a negative Nancy, guess what? That's who's going to be around you. If you have a broke mindset or a bad connection or relationship with finances, that's what you're going to attract. It is what it is. Money is a vehicle. It's a tool to accomplish the things that you want to get done. What function does it have in your life? Well, how do you want to make it work for you? Is it safe or do it burn a hole in your pocket? Like, it's weird shit. Check yourselves. Mind your fucking business. Go deal with your depression. Go figure out what's missing in your life. Go figure out something to make, use your time wisely. Go manage your stress better. Go deal with whatever's under the surface. Whatever mental health issues you got. Stop letting people use you like a scumbag. Deal with your emotions. Stop looking for salvation through sex. No, you attract what you are. Period, point blank. It's a look, parenting, it's a basic level lesson. Heal your inner child, reparent yourself. Oh, and now I'm talking to the cross watcher directly, because that's ridiculous. Came out like that. Oh, y'all, somebody might be either trying to get you back on a timeline when you used to party. Look, it's caught up was on the bottom. Like, they want to test you. They want to see, look, keeping a promise, family time destroyed. How about this? Somebody comes from a background where addiction has ravaged their family. It has. And maybe you don't do that. Maybe you did. I don't know. It ain't my business. But whatever it is, it's no more. And somebody seeks to challenge your stance on no longer participating in partying as a lifestyle. Somebody might even try to bring up some shit that you used to do. Let me tell you, that's why I tell y'all shit, right? One, it has no impact. I have no qualms owning the wrongs that I've committed in my life. I don't, because I don't do that no more. I make amends. I actively make amends. If I can't find the person, I pray on the matter. I do. I really do repent. I really do seek forgiveness. But I also know how to wash my hands of situations too. I know how to give myself closure too. Very important. But better to tell the truth and shame the devil than have somebody come back around and try to bring us some shit that they thought you was hiding. What's the point in hiding that shit? If you was bold enough to do it. So be mindful, because there's definitely somebody who gonna try to test your gangster. Ace of Swords. It's a fake ass friend. Yeah. There's somebody you used to go out with, used to bust it up with, before you found what you wanted to do in your life path and purpose. One of them. But they're only coming to you to cause you destruction. Eight of Wands, Ten of Swords. There's the Eight of Wands. This is coming in hot. Ace of Swords. There we go. See? And there's the Chariot coming in. This they playing. They've been coming up and concocting this shit for a minute. Especially for people, if you used to pop pills, be mindful. Everything's on this table. Everything's on this table. So be careful. They gonna try you. Look, devil, Knight of Cups, fake ass friend, toxic friendship. This could also be a new person, because I did see a bunch of pages real quick, entertaining that same low vibrational energy. This demon, this spirit, is trying to reattach itself to you because you're out here breaking generational curses, okay? Whatever this is has ravaged your family, and you made a promise. You did, and you're holding a line, but there is something coming to challenge you. It's definitely some sort of spiritual entity. And for somebody, you got to this could be somebody already in the limelight coming towards you, who is going to be the devil's advocate in this situation. This could be a family member who made it famous or something like that, and you didn't take them with you. Yeah, like, no, you really, look, Three of Cups, strength, and there's the Six of Wands. There is something about fame, recognition, spotlight, notoriety, parties, group settings, something like that, where the temptation is going to be high. Devil's already here, but strength is here to overcome the devil. So I feel like you're good. It's no real challenge to you. but it will be offered. This could be some sort of gathering, work event at somebody's home, some sort of executive, wealth management, something like that. I do feel like it's a test both spiritually, but also, leadership, all of these things. Like, I will be mindful. This reminds me of like one of them mansion parties type situation or something like that, where people are invited up, like I'm hearing like Martha's Vineyard or something like that. It's crazy. Yeah, yeah. All because you don't want to participate in the shenanigans of Earth. Like, that's cliff notes to what I'm picking up on. So much of what's been going on is because you're actually a role model, but not because you're seeking to be a role model, but because you naturally garner a bunch of attention. And you're out here just doing you, you know, breaking generational curses, keeping promises to yourself, but at the same time, it feels like you're collapsing the matrix around you. And that's a problem for these people. Like, if you're not participating in bread and circus. You can't be controlled. Seven of Wands, Four of Cups, not Four of Cups, Four of Pentacles. Like, you can't be controlled. So they're trying to control how far you climb, how much recognition, how much attention you get. Since your soul can't be bought with vices and sex and all of these weird things. I also feel like there's going to be a great opportunity over this next year. Like, we're coming up on the new year, the 17th, and it's the lunar new year. Okay, so that's the new year, people. Um, Starting around then, like, this is incredible. Like, you don't even see this coming. This is amazing because your head's down. You're just doing what's required. Um, but yeah, there's some sort of home-based business that will be taken off for some of you. Others of you, you may be moving or relocating, or even it might feel like a period of instability, but it's not. Like, it feels like traveling. I don't know if you're looking for a job where you travel or something like that, but that's coming. Okay, what's going on around the collective? For somebody out there, they said stop worried about who crushing on you and worry about your spiritual journey. Keep aligning yourself with the universe. Don't worry about who crushing on you. You need to be focused right here, baby, right here. Okay, because they're not hearing your request right now. Somebody been looking for love, don't want to hear it, and then putting them in their place. Apparently, they need your undivided attention, right? Because if you entered into some sort of relationship right now, it's not going to be good. You're going to be mad. You're going to feel like you're starting over. You're still working your way through. Oh, excuse me. No, for real. Look. You need to be focused on some other things. Venusian energy oversees a lot, right? So Venus, your capacity to love, right? your values, shows your attitudes and needs in love, and what house it shows in shows what you value most and attract to yourself: refinement, money gained or lost. And so you might need to look at where your Venus is, and it really would help you what house it shows up in, what sign it shows up in, if it conjuncts with anything else. Like, really, it would help you really find your footing. It would help spare you some mental energy. Right? This information would actually help you maintain control of your life and your direction. It would show you where you would persevere, where if challenges arose, you would be able to overcome it regardless of competition. Yeah, mastery and choices. Oh, that's so interesting. There is a this could be like Venusian energy, divine feminine energy as a whole that is protecting you here. There's a feminine energy here that is definitely watching over you and guarding you and protecting you. Quiet as this cat. Look, Moon, Two of Swords, Junior High Priestess, right? Someone really wants to see you happy. I don't know if you know that. I don't know what kind of connection you have between this person at this moment in time. But there is someone who really does want to see you happy. And on the other hand, there's opposite energy where there's someone who doesn't want to see you with another person because it's self serving. But where you are right now in your journey is here. A lot of you are not actually worried about who's crushing on you and all of that. You're not concerned about, I'm going to say, basic love or romance. You're more interested in the bigger picture. These are passion projects. Like, you're pursuing your passions and your interests and you're learning new things. You're also learning how to speak positivity over your life, affirmations. You're learning how to speak words of protection and all of these things. Like, you're on a new journey. And there's the Page of Wands. It feels like newfound independence. I feel like others around you may be outside of their comfort zone to where you have ascended, where you have elevated to. This very sovereign energy I'm feeling. As I see that the King of Wands is on the bottom of the deck. Too many. I'm hearing that song. I'm a new soul, baby. Came to learn about give and take. As I said, sovereign. Look, there's the Emperor and there's the give and take card. Look at that. Some of y'all need to be a little more grounded. You know, you might need to come back to earth just a little bit. But I also feel like what you're doing right now is learning how to oscillate between these energies that are within you. Very much so. You're working on your ability to take action, but also learning how to reserve your energy when not to take action. The energy of, we have we have Mars and we have Venus, right? Mars, courage and ability to take action, desire nature, like your what it is that drives you, right? Your aggression shows you how to go out after your values. That is broken English on that plaque. Excuse me. This is where you concentrate your energy. So right now, you're really not worried about love, right? You could have people crushing, but you don't care. Like you're trying to figure out where to invest your time, your energy, right? You're trying to figure out what's important to you, where to invest you, where you could be the most helpful, what aligns with your soul's true urge and calling. Really, you're taking time to find your place. And listening to cosmic energies, yeah, it takes time away from the noise. People feel challenged by this decisiveness. Look, this is all about you. Some of you are contemplating career changes big time, but I also feel like you're learning how to harmonize those energies. Yeah. You're literally just listening to your soul's urging. Like you're just following your inner guidance. You truly are independent at this point. There's animosity associated with it for sure. People who want to hold on because they can't go. And I feel like this sudden shift in you, Ace of Wands, Tower, caught people off guard. Very much so. But I also feel like sudden climactic changes. So many other people make their livings, I'll say, low vibrationally. And that's not what you're about. So even when I say low vibrationally, right? Like I said, money is a vehicle. It is a tool. It provides for the things that you want to do, right? Right. But a lot of people are only money motivated. Like they literally sell their souls at every avenue, every turn, because it brings them more financial abundance. And so if you're not operating in that energy, you run into a lot of opposition because it puts you literally at odds with this world. The world itself is abundant, it's fertile, it has more than enough to provide for all of our needs, more than enough. But the people who've tried to tame, the energies that have tried to tame this realm, right? Because they want to be worshipped, they want to be respected, they want, all of these things. They want to be creators in their own right, but not backed by the creator. because our creator provides. And so you never want for anything. So you are really in your godly energy and they are not. And so there is legitimate enmity between y'all, spiritually speaking. Ooh. So there is someone who recently went and lied on you to a high priestess. And boy, when I tell you, they have messed up. Oh, they have messed up because something they did violated spiritual law. And the situation is, this is when they spoil fake friends um, that they should have vetted before they did this for. Ooh, look at this shit. Look at this shit. They attacked chosen. Look. Hold on, y'all. Okay, sorry. Good evening. Woo! Sweet boy. Okay, sorry about that. Interesting. So there is someone who worked with a third party, right? And this action, right? Because somebody was upset. I mean, really, 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 really mad. This person did something working alongside another individual, right? Some form of spiritual attack towards you. You will say voided the spiritual contract between the two of you. Their actions, right? This is how this. There was a contract that was supposed to lead to the two of you being together. When this happened, it's taken some time for this individual to actually like feel the consequences of what they did. But now this person is feeling like they got played, they got manipulated, they were lied to, and now they're angry. Like but they should be angry at themselves. Like really, this person should have protected you, but someone, this third party, was able to espy their insecurities. Sorry, I'm just waiting on them to move on by. Okay. Realizing, I don't know if this person thought, it's giving me the energy of a crush, a soulmate energy, a fake friend got into the ear of someone that you had a connection to, right? That it was supposed to go the distance. That person got played and manipulated, tricked out of a spot because of their own insecurity, lack of worthiness, and in the process, not only voiding the contract between the two of you, but their life went downhill afterwards. Yeah. Star. Like I said, you were this person's destiny. There is a soul contract here. Like y'all, bet you feel stupid now, don't you? This relationship, you were this person's wish fulfillment. The whole reason that ass came to this planet to experience this love, to fulfill this promise, and got caught up, look, over somebody talking shit, right? Knight of Swords. Somebody ass was jealous. And this person, this third party, this fake friend of yours, is some sort of fortune teller, high priestess. They dibble, they dabble. But they thought because y'all came from the same community, right? This fake ass friend, they thought this person would be honest and truthful. And instead, they got lied to, they got played, they got manipulated, got tricked out. They spot because, look, somebody thought you were keeping a secret, some weird shit. This person told them something, fuck what they had. Look. And instead of putting somebody in a place saying, I don't want to hear it, get out, that's not what they did. Now this person is watching you. Look at this. There's the Queen of Pentacles. There's the King of Pentacles. Right. This person is sick because now they know. Now they know about this spiritual contract. Now they know that not only is it over, that it cannot be attained. Like they are blocked and locked out of heaven is really what I'm getting. To quote Bruno Mars in his song. Yes. Bunch of weirdos. Now this person, all they do is sit back and reflect, contemplate, trying to conjure up some sort of renewal. This person's in a place of extreme solitude right now. Extreme solitude. If anything, I'm picking up revenge. This person who was connected to you, who made a poor choice to come against you based off of the word and lies of a fake ass friend, is now allowing their anger to get the better of them. And it's almost like they feel like this person who played in their face has suffered no consequence. But I don't think they should do this. I don't. Because it could really land them in jail. Emperor, Eight of Swords, Three of Swords. Like I said, they're in a place of extreme solitude and loneliness. They're heartbroken. They feel betrayed. All of these things. All of these things. And no new relationship works out for them. This person needs to work on reinventing themselves. All this person feels like now is like now they're blocked from their Empress. Now they're blocked from their Empress. Possibly. Their insecurities. This is giving me low vibrational traditional male, like because they wanted to control the situation and they weren't able to. Ace of Swords, that's the truth. Shit. Strength, right. But they know for a fact that you were their destiny. They know. They know. They know. Like the words fucked up appear back to back right here. So it makes me feel like they are really down in the dumps. Down in the dumps. And they really do know you were the best thing that ever happened to them. Three of Cups, King of Cups, Hierophant. Like there's no better relationship. There was no better person to give and receive, to pour from. And now this Tower, this aha, it is brutal. Devil. Shadow self. This person chose their shadow side when they went against you. All because they ass was insecure. I'm not even playing. I'm not even playing. And there's strength. This is a hell of a lesson for this individual. Like an ego death is an understatement. Dark night of the soul, all of those things. All of those things. Rock bottom. This person in your energy has experienced rock bottom. Like absolute rock bottom. Because they know. Yeah, how Candace always say, they know no. Yeah, they know no. Yes, they know no. They know unequivocally what it is they sacrifice. Seven of Wands, Hangman. They know what it is. They know it's over. World, Two of Wands. Somebody's really having dark, dark, dark thoughts. We don't support that. That's why I said this person's in deep solitude, contemplation, meditation, all of those things. Like their headspace is getting the better of them. If you know this individual and you know anybody who knows them still, you might want to have somebody do a welfare check. I am not even playing. I'm not. I don't find this a laughing matter. But that's how dark this is for this individual. They cannot believe they worked with your ops. Eight of Pentacles, Five of Wands. Like they cannot believe it, but this was meant to happen. There is justice. This was all meant to play out just like this. This is part of the contract. Even the contract ending, they had free will, right? It could have went either way. Four of Wands, Two of Cups. Could have went either way. But the moment they decided to work with your ops, Five of Swords, Five of Wands, that's it. Four of Pentacles. The moment they started holding back, walling up, trying to control the situation, moving from a place of fragility, that's it. That's it. No more Ten of Cups for you. No more divine union, love, harmony for you. You chose down. Chose down. You destroyed yourself. Like this is like a spiritual crash test dummy. Yeah, rock bottom, Tower. Like, the walls are caving in. Some of this is just the magic backfiring too. I told y'all before, Archangel Michael like this. Nope. Take that back. Take that back. Take that back. Look. You hit the road, Jack, and you ain't coming back no more. Oh, that's that chick, the fake friend. He's singing to her, woman, oh woman, why you treat me so mean? You're the meanest little thing I ever seen. Exactly. Exactly. Just because you choose not to speak disparagingly about people doesn't mean you don't have something disparaging to say about a person. Just because you choose the high road doesn't mean you don't look down and see how far it is beneath you. They really, somebody's crying. Look. No more Ace of Cups. No more late night creeps. No more shopping spree. Yo, they funny. They say you ain't, we ain't even cool. We can't kick it no more. Can't kick it no more. Ooh, 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 ooh. Maybe this person's name Chris, maybe last name Ryan. I don't know. I'ma make you feel me. This person, no, they lied. This person over here, they lied, they lied, they lied, they lied. They lied. All right, so what they gonna do to the liar? Oh, shit. I think we already said it. King of Swords just came out. This person is making a head over heart decision. They actually feel like they're in their power and authority to do whatever they're going to do. Let me see. It says, caution, I may offend snowflakes. Oh, shit. Whoever that fake ass friend is, they know exactly what they coming to do. Look. Six of Swords, Two of Wands. So somebody is traveling towards another person. And there's the world, y'all. And the Hangman, Ten of Swords. This former friend of yours might end up on a coroner's table and some sort of retribution from this ex of yours who feels like they're locked out of heaven. That's why I said somebody might want to do a welfare check. If they sound, you might want to be like, and my apologies to anybody named James, but this is the name they're giving me right now to use. Hey, James, how you been? Hey. Because this person, look, they gonna hit them with that fake apology. And you might really want to just give them a heads up. Like, you don't want to do what you're thinking about doing. I understand you mad. I get it. Somebody gonna put on a show to get close to this person. Whoever this fake ass friend of yours is, the one who got in their ear, put a battery in their back to team up against you. Oh yeah, look, putting on a show, getting played. They're seeking revenge, y'all. Oh yeah. Whatever they've gone through, they want that person to experience. It's kind of sick. Ace, look, I already know on the T. It's kind of sick what they have cooked up. Like, they're flashing a bunch of different things through my mind's eye, and I cannot describe it fast enough. But just know, like, somebody really is sick. Like, they've been stewing and all these things, and it's not good. It's really not good what they're thinking, but it's real retribution. Like, y'all might want to check on somebody. You understand needing to stay safe, protection? Hear the sirens? It's not a joke. Hater. They're coming. Setting the record. Yeah. And they gonna caution. I want out that energy because it feels hard. It feels evil. It feels mean. It feels directed. Keep Look, police already knowing the T. This is not a game. Somebody want they pound of flesh. They done really woke up the evil. All right, Holy Spirit. If you're experiencing morning sicknesses and shit like that, there's a good chance you're pregnant. Because that card came out first over here, and it's like somebody not trying to entertain the thought of why they could be. Yeah. Oh, why they flashed that video? This woman, her old man, and I mean her old man. Needless to say, they old enough to be grandparents, but they parents again. He said, I'm 60. She said, what's that supposed to mean? He was like, I don't know. She thought she was going through the changes. Well, that she may be, but that don't mean, shit ain't still working. A slow drip is still a drip. Look, spoiled. For somebody, it's going to be the best news. Best news. Congratulations. Your mornings, or your sickness has not just been in the morning, and maybe that's why you haven't really accounted for it. But when's the last time you seen flow? Huh? When the last time you done bought some stuff? Huh? And God help you if you was on like Depo or something like that and you late getting your shot. Just understand. You're going to be so cute pregnant. Already know what it's here. I'm not playing. I'm not playing, baby. Congratulations. Mine's on top. Look. Parenting. Focusing on your children. Caught up. Come on. We love the kids. Oh my God. Congratulations. Oh, and look, for somebody out there, listen, you was messing around with your ex. You was married, you messing around with your ex and fucked around, got pregnant by your ex. It was a little too convenient. The door was still open. I already know what it is. The door was still open. Y'all got to talking about y'all issues. And next thing you know, these fake apologies. And y'all ain't, listen, I don't think you used what you should have been using. And y'all got to talking and expressing and revealing. And next thing you know, ooh, baby. Family time. She's like, no. Listen. You should look. You should have used protection. Oh. Look. Was y'all trying to be friends? Please. Y'all listen. Y'all got something, okay? Y'all got something special, regardless of how things have played out. There's no accidents, okay? No accidents. I feel like this is divine. I feel like it's meant to be. Especially if you had a bunch of people in your relationship before. I feel like this is God's plan, people. Look, to get you caught up. Oh. No. And look, I feel like your biggest hater is going to be so fucking mad. So mad. They going to be plies mad. I also feel like for some of you, this is how you got, your earbuds in. Your earmuffs. Remember how when you was a kid, they say earmuffs, you cover your ears so you can't hear the bullshit? Um, yeah. There's something about frequencies, like in both ears. There is someone who's been trying to adjust your frequency and they haven't been successful. Anger management is here. They're very upset because they keep trying to attack you, keep trying to I'm getting nosedive, right? And you still stay in this high vibration. Yeah, you block out the bullshit. Hear no evil, speak no evil, see no evil. And in this case, that's exactly the way to be. Interesting. They want you to tank your own wheel of fortune. And so this work is designed to do that. I'm hearing Facts of Life, the theme song. You take the good, you take the bad, the facts of life. Right. Because this card says highs and lows. I mean, this one, highs and lows, ups and downs. Right. So that's life, right? There's no point in blaming everything on some spiritual attack, when life is life and shit happens and some things are just out of our perceived circumstances and. It's fine. But this is somebody who totally feels like they have the capacity to control your frequency, to control your security and how you feel. No, look, look, this is the agent of the devil. Right, look, there's somebody who be going to the crossroads on you. Two of Wands, Hermit, Devil. Definitely somebody who be going to the crossroads. But you carry the light within. You don't lose control. Mm, beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. For some of you, I'm gonna make this very vague, this particular message, real quick. Um, whatever vision they're showing you, that is coming to fruition. Okay? It's coming to fruition. On that note, I'm gonna leave it here. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate you guys. We'll do this again soon. Thank you. Bye.